Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, and welcome to the Global Career Forum, the international online recruiting event organized for the MBA students from top business schools. We welcome you to today's online session with Netcentric, and we have the pleasure to welcome for this live session our two keynote speakers, Gianmarco Morganti, who's a talent acquisition lead at Netcentric, and Daniel Kretschmer, the talent acquisition. As this is a live Q&A session, I do invite all participants to ask your questions in the Q&A panel on the top right side, and we'll convey them to the speakers. Gianmarco and Daniel, a warm welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for inviting us.
Our pleasure. So perhaps to start this session, could I kindly ask you to share a little bit more about your earlier career and your current role at Netcentric?
Yes, I can start. So I'm Gianmarco, I'm Italian. I've been working here at Netcentric for 4 years, will be 4 years next week. And I'm based here in Barcelona, in the Netcentric office that we have here in Barcelona. So I have the talent acquisition lead role. So basically, we are, along with Daniel, we are involved in the talent acquisition area of Netcentric, covering different areas of Europe. At the moment, we have offices spread in different countries in Europe, and yeah, our focus is to, let's say, focus on the growth that we had over the last years, and we are having, and we have a big plans as well for the present and the future. Always trying to keep as well the same quality in terms of new colleagues. Then maybe if you have time, I will explain a little bit the let's say the way that we're working, the methodology that is really different from other companies as well. So we are in a holocratic environment. That is really a big step forward. We think, let's say, in terms of daily life, we are Netcentric, and then in project with the clients. So yes, maybe that's a short introduction of myself. Daniel.
All right. Well, yeah, my name is Daniel. I'm German. I'm located in the Munich office of Netcentric. Yeah, basically responsible here for all talent acquisition topics that are in Germany and in Switzerland. Yeah, driving the growth in that region, always trying to, well, develop people, helping them, and also, yeah, to be a partner basically, and to cover all topics that are somehow integrated into talent acquisition.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Could you spend a few moments talking about company's main business, so the core business, and then we have some questions coming in on the company's involvement in the next 5-10 years. Where is the company today on its growth path?
Yeah, so Netcentric, I mean, as a company, we have a clear focus. So we are an Adobe Alliance business partner. So basically, it means that, just to sum up a little bit, that every project that we are running is, let's say, linked to the Adobe Experience Cloud solution. So what we are doing in Netcentric, we are delivering digital marketing platform, digital marketing solution based on the Adobe Experience Cloud products. From we are taking care, let's say, everything, let's say, when we are talking and working with the clients, so from business operations to more software solution development, but always focus on the Adobe Experience Cloud. So basically, from day one, so Netcentric is and, well, let's say, was and is a startup, let's say, in the sense that we built as a startup in 2012. Now, of course, we are not a startup anymore in terms of size, because we are more than 500 people, 530 today. But the focus was always the same. So being the leader in Europe, so to begin with, in the Adobe Experience Cloud in the digital marketing area. We are managing, that's why as well we've been awarded last year in London as Adobe Business Partner of EMA, and we'd like to maintaining and keep working on different products of the Adobe Experience Cloud solution. It's not easy, but anyway, that's our secret as well. So the success and the growth that we had, especially over the last 4 or 5 years, was because of that. So we are expert in the market. There are not so many companies as us in the European area, And that's as well our vision for the future. So maintaining the same quality, as the same cultural environment, at the same time, let's say, improving and delivering the best digital, let's say, solution with Adobe Experience Cloud to very big, anyway, very big clients in very big, interesting projects here in Europe.
Thank you very much. Related to that is a question: to what extent is the exclusivity on Adobe products an advantage, and in what ways you think could it also be a disadvantage?
Yes, of course, as everything, there are pros and cons. Let's say that the big pros is that, as said, so there are not so many companies that are expert in that. So you can imagine that we are at 530 people, and around 35% of us are certified at least in one of the Adobe Experience Cloud solution. So what does it mean? That that we are not, let's say, thousand or hundred thousands of employees. So basically it means that we really have experts in basically every project that we're running. Doesn't matter if you're based in Germany, in Switzerland, the Netherlands, in UK, in Spain, in Romania. I mean, we always have experts when we are running projects. So of course the limit is that basically, of course, maybe sometime if you are clients, let's say, asking to work with them for different kind of projects with different kind of technologies, sometimes we are not doing it because, I mean, we are focused, as said, in the Adobe Experience Cloud solution. So as always, there's pros and cons, but at the moment I mean, as well, the history of Netcentric basically proves that the pros are, weighing up the cons, and at the moment, yeah, we are really happy with the results, and as well, it's let's say the growth that we're having and the plan that we're having with as well new clients. We are expanding new markets as well in the Nordics and the Scandinavian area, in the Benelux area, in the UK area. So reflects that yes, we are doing, let's say, a good job, and it was a choice from the beginning, with risk, of course, but at the moment, and as well, we hope in the future, let's say, the pros are, more than the cons.
Excellent, thank you very much. Next question we have is regarding company structure and different departments within the company. So specifically, the question is, the Netcentric is part of Cognizant, and what role does Netcentric play within the Cognizant portfolio? Are there any other divisions for non-Adobe applications? If so, would Netcentric be competing with the other subsidiaries?
So, I mean, basically, yes, we are part of the Cognizant family, but we are in a, let's say, a different business unit. So that's why as well, if you can read our logo, it's a Netcentric, a Cognizant digital business. So, because in a way we are Cognizant, let's say, of course, we are part of Cognizant. So, we as Netcentric, we are, as I said, focused on the digital business aspects of the Adobe Experience Cloud. So, I mean, at the moment, as I said, the focus will be always the same. So the Adobe Experience Cloud, digital marketing platform, digital marketing solutions. But as well in the future, I mean, we don't know. I mean, things can change, and Netcentric is really dynamic environment. So I mean, we know, for instance, some areas, specifically in some countries, we are trying maybe to work with as well to go to in different solutions as well, not just the Adobe Experience Cloud. So yeah, things may change in the future, but as well, I mean, we are really adapting as well our weekly or daily life to changes. So yes, I mean, it may happen that we change maybe as well the strategy.
Great. So currently you have several openings that you are also promoting through the Global Career Forum. Two of those are marketing consultants, and then one is project and transformation manager. If you could share a little bit more about them, and especially what behaviors or skills you would like to see from the participants, from applicants.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Maybe I'll start with project and transformation management because that will be focused on the German side or for the German market. So what does it mean to be a project manager for Netcentric? Basically means you go to the client side, right? So you are working very close with the stakeholders of the clients. You're building relationships with them. Basically, you are the face of Netcentric there, right? So you're representing everything what we stand for. Of course, it's also a responsibility there just to make the project a success. So what does it take for that? I think personally one big skill is to communicate very well and very clearly with the client. Sometimes things get little crazy sometimes, we all know that. So there it makes perfect sense just to be calm, to be cool, and just to have a feeling how to connect with people, basically. Project management is also a very big part with people management, right? So, and especially talking then about the transformation part. That is basically focusing on change management. So whenever we implement new softwares, new solutions to the client, to make it work, you also need to get the people that are working for our client on board. Right, so you need to teach them how to use the new solutions, what you can actually do with that, and yeah, onboard them basically. Right, I think those are the key skills. If you want to put it in like very short things, it's communication, collaboration, and well, the will to succeed.
Excellent, thank you. Anything else you would want to add then on the side of the two positions for marketing consultants?
Yeah, we can do that. So for the marketing consultant, it is a lot deeper in the product know-how of the Adobe Experience Cloud that Gianmarco just talked about. So basically, this is a role where you will be really consulting the client on a product level. Right, so just to explain them, show them what things could be done with our solutions and what makes sense for that specific situation that the client is in, what is the best practice, what is, for example, your target audience that you want to reach, how can you reach them, where can you reach them, how to talk to them. So these are all the different tools that will be or that are shown in the Experience Cloud, and this is where we are the experts. So if that is something that is interesting for you and you want to become an expert on that, maybe that will be the right choice for you.
Thank you. And the next question would be, is the knowledge of web applications or Adobe in particular something that you require? To what extent can people without such background succeed at Netcentric?
Yes. So basically, we don't require, talking about Adobe, for instance, Experience, we don't require, let's say, Adobe Experience Cloud, Adobe, let's say, some of solution of the cloud experience for every role. So for instance, of course, would be always, let's say, a great, let's say, nice to have, but for different roles, I mean, we don't require, let's say, this knowledge, let's say, for more, let's say, as well developer position or some, as well some PM position, project manager position, or let's say less technical position. We don't require that kind of Adobe experience. Or as I said, of course, if the candidate has it, better, but it's not a must. The web experience in general, again, so I mean, of course, for the they say the engineering profile, yeah, the web experience, the web development experience is a must, but as well for other roles can be a nice to have. Of course, I mean, always take into consideration that we are an IT company at the end, so every project that we're running are, let's say, web project basically. So of course that the web basic knowledge, let's say, skills should be always there. But for some profile, yeah, it's not a must, let's say.
Perfect, thank you. If you look at senior leadership, people that have made a great career with Netcentric, what would you say is then the type of a person that succeeds at your company?
So it's first of all, yeah, that's why I explained before the holacracy system that we are living with. So I guess most of, let's say, maybe the audience maybe don't know holacracy. So I invite you as well maybe to browse a little bit in the internet, even if it's not easy to get it. So we are anyway working on a daily basis in a very let's say flat system. So we are not a top-down hierarchical company. We don't have this kind of let's say, bossy environment or pyramidal environment. So we are really a company where we are giving out a lot of responsibilities and accountabilities to every one of us. Doesn't matter if you are, let's say, in a more junior level, a more senior level. Everyone must be, let's say, part of this kind of culture that we have, this kind of philosophy, this kind of mindset that we have. So, for instance, the senior that maybe have more responsibilities in Netcentric are people that are, let's say, usually are expert, let's say, in a specific area, and are, let's say, inspiring the others, in the sense that, as I said, here we don't see a senior as managers or bosses of someone, let's say. So we see, let's say, the senior as really leaders, so someone that can really inspire you, guide you, teach you, and as well be, let's say, the people that are representing maybe Netcentric outside. It can be, let's say, in conferences, in events, or inside as well with other, let's say, leaders of different areas or different circles, as we call here internally. So the secret, let's say, of the success of them is that maybe they did a great job, so they work hard, but at the same time I mean, one of our core values is making Netcentric a fun place to work. So I'm sure that the one that made it, or maybe in a more senior leading position, had fun, let's say, while working, and spread, let's say, this fun as well in the team. That's really a very important core value that we have. And just, I mean, think about all the more, let's say, leaders that we have there. They're really like that. So there's not a big secret. It's just, say, being yourself, enjoy what you're doing, and say, be, a match in our cultural environment.
Excellent. So you touched upon the company culture, and there's a follow-up question on that. What makes the Netcentric's company culture different from anywhere else you've worked before?
I mean, Daniel, maybe you'd like to reply. Since I would like to have the feedback from Daniel, since he started like a few months ago with us, so maybe it's fresh, and I can give you my feedback as well.
All right. So what does it make stand out for me? Well, one thing that tells me it's the right place is definitely, I could work 100% remote. Anyway, I'm coming to the office every day because I found a lot of new friends here, and this is really the truth. I'm not making this up. There's a lot of people that are really, really well-rounded people, very intelligent people, and it's really fun to hang out with them. On the other hand, when you're talking about a professional level, I personally really like the lack of management structures, like reporting lines and all that, because this is what I had in my past, and was actually one of the main reasons why I came to Netcentric. So here you can really focus on doing things that you want to do, right? And this is always increasing the fun while working it. And yeah, I think that sums it up in like 3 or 4 sentences. I could talk for 30 minutes straight without any problems, but I don't want to take so much time on that.
Excellent. Thank you both. If we talk about career progression at Netcentric, on average, how long do people stay in the same position, and how does Netcentric promote career evolution and change?
Well, that is really depending on every individual. Because what we have is a special system where everybody, and I mean really everybody, is controlling his or her own career, and is the only person who controls that. So what we do is some kind like a gamification workaround, basically, because with the missing of management structures, you have to find a way how to promote people and how to support people progressing in their careers. So we came up with a system where you basically collect trophies for skills that you gain. And each trophy gives you a certain amount of points, and for every promotional step that you want to take, you need to collect a certain amount of points. So at the end of the day, it is you who's controlling that and not anybody else. It's fully transparent, and what I personally really like about it, it is you learn stuff that you want to learn. It's like not a single person telling you, please learn this, please learn that. You make the decision. So, yeah. So, Gianmarco, do you have anything to add on this?
No, no, I mean, it's like that. And I was thinking about that. Yeah, we have to be really adaptable as well to change it, because, for instance, when I joined Netcentric, we didn't have this kind of system, which was a little bit different. So we have now this badge system, as we call it, for a couple of years now. And yes, I mean, it's as I said, like linked to the mindset, the mentality that we must have for, let's say, working and living Netcentric here. So it's just let's say a reflection of that, and yeah, we like it as well.
Thank you both. Another question is if there are specific business schools that you target or recruit from.
Not really. Just for me, not really. There is no focus.
No, I mean in terms of recruiting, or
in terms of targeting, yeah, if you would have special campus presence, a specific school, if you prefer profiles from specific schools because perhaps they're more equipped with specific skills you're looking for, or you're open for applications from all the schools?
No, yeah, open, no limit in that sense.
Excellent.
It's more about mindset than of a specific school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Perfect. And then the follow-up question would be, as you mentioned, you're covering also different regions. What are then the work permit options for international students? So for international talent, do you sponsor for visas?
We are under, let's say, a process with Cognizant, and to be honest, yeah, we have a call tomorrow morning about it. So basically, the answer should be yes, but we will have more details from, about it, let's say, from tomorrow. Yes, that's the truth. Because as of today, since we were like, let's say a smaller company, we cannot proceed a lot of, let's say, visa application because we didn't have the structure basically. So now that we are well part of Cognizant, we have this process running, and tomorrow will be, let's say, should be the last meeting about it, where they will give us a lot of details, and then we should be able to do it. Yeah. So hopefully yes. I mean, the reply I get from tomorrow will be yes.
Thank you.
Can I just quickly add on this? Thing is, maybe just to give you an idea, those 530 people roughly that are working at Netcentric at the moment are from 48 different nations. So sometimes we do, of course, work permits, blue cards, whatever it's called in all the specific regions. There are options. I think tomorrow, as Gianmarco said, we will figure out how the real process will look like. But if there's anything we could help you with, just approach us and we will have a talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent, thank you. The next question would be, some consulting is on strategy, so on why and what to do, versus other consulting is on implementation, how are getting things done. So the question is, what would you put at in the marketing consultant job? Where would you place it?
So between strategy consultant and implementation?
Implementation, yes.
It's a tough question because there's influences obviously from both sides, right? So and every project is different. So sometimes it's a strategy approach, sometimes it's about implementation. Sorry, I cannot give a concrete answer to that one because of different projects basically.
Yeah, it depends on the request as well of the client. So when we're looking, for instance, for a marketing technology consultant, let's say a new colleague, it's always because we have quite a specific request from a client in the project. So sometimes, let's say we're looking more for, let's say, a marketer, let's say we love web technology. Sometimes we're looking for more developer that like maybe to try it out with, let's say, we're marketing consulting in that sense. Sometimes maybe you're looking for a more let's say, what we call a multi-solution consultant, so someone that has a broad experience, technically speaking, but as well more from a business development point of view, maybe to create and generate new business from the beginning, or improve the relationship we have with the candidate, with the client. So it's, I mean, from my point of view, the marketing technology consultant profile is one of the most interesting as well profile and role that we have internally, because yeah, it can be really a cross-functional profile. But as Daniel said, it really depends on a case-by-case in that sense.
Thank you. So related question to that would be, what are the typical projects that a marketing consultant would be working on? And if you could share an example of one or two.
I mean, sharing example, yes, I mean, for the marketing technology consultant, as I said, anyway, is someone with a good understanding of at least one of the Adobe Experience Cloud solution or product. So we are really looking for someone with that already worked, that already implemented, let's say, some of the products previously, or had already experience with that. So that's really important for us. Or maybe very similar product, very similar solution. And then as well, as I said, it's like someone with already web as well background, so that really understand the web, how, let's say, the web work really, let's say, in terms of then to provide solution in a more strategic way, let's say, to the client. So yeah, sometimes, for instance, when I started in Netcentric, for instance, we were just focusing on one product that is called Adobe Experience Manager, that is basically a pure CMS, which, you know, we are building for backend and frontend, let's say, internet and intranet for companies. But as well, that's why I said at the beginning, we pass from, let's say, pure business, let's say, software solution to business operation as well. So, and that's where the marketing technology consultant enters, so providing business consulting, consultancies, as well technical consultancy. So it's really that sit down, it's really client-facing role. So anyway, it's really client-facing role. So usually you, the marketing technology consultant pass most of his time as well sitting down with the client, understanding their needs, and then translating it as well to maybe technical specs internally, or vice versa. It's a more, let's say, marketing role, so to with a technical team. So as I said, like, it's really interesting. It's a really interesting role with client-facing, but as well a big bridge, let's say, between the technical expertise that we have in Netcentric and the client request. At the same time, it's not an easy role as well, because it's really exposed, let's say, to the client. So we need as well someone with a good, let's say, personality in that sense, great communication skills as well, are really important. Able, you know, to maybe to read as well the client, and yes, I guess that's the most important. Yeah.
Thank you. So for those basically candidates that are interested to apply, what are the typical steps in the interview recruiting process? What can they expect after they submit in their application?
Maybe I'll start with the project and transformation management. So the first step will always be then a call with me, just to explain how it works and what we are expecting you, what you can expect from us. After that, there will be, let's call it a technical interview with some of our senior project managers, and then there will be a small case study. Right, so we provide you with a case. You got some time to prepare a presentation, and then you will just present it to some people from Netcentric, just to see basically how you will behave during a presentation when at the client side. But it's nothing where we are not how to say. We will not be playing angry clients, so don't be worried about that.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent, thank you. So perhaps to conclude this session, an advice from you both to the future applicants, to the MBAs who are trying to land a role with Netcentric in this coming year.
I mean, the recommendation is, as I said, in Netcentric, what I always say to Kanye when I'm doing the interviews is that, in a way, to really enjoy, let's say, working on Netcentric, you must be a good fit into our mentality, into our organization, to our mindset. As well, it doesn't matter when I'm interviewing maybe with a back-end developer, front-end developer, a very senior marketing technology consultant. That is not important. What is really important is the fit into the organization, first of all. That's the biggest requirement that we have for every kind of role in every location, in every country. That's the most important one. And then the second as well, and it depends on you guys. So basically, in Netcentric, we have different career options as well, more technical ones, less technical ones. So then as well, it's up to you where you'd like to, let's say, to drive a little bit and start maybe your career with us. We have different options. We are looking for as well adaptable, let's say, new colleagues. As I said, things can change quickly in Netcentric. As I said, I've been part for 4 years, and I experienced a lot of changes, but always for, let's say, the good of Netcentric and improving our daily life, but sometimes can impact as well our daily business. So we are looking for as well this kind of profile. And as well, if you feel that maybe our chat inspired you, or would like to know more as well, we are completely as well free and available to have maybe a more inside chat that maybe we don't have a clear open vacancy, open position today. We may have it tomorrow, so we always recommend to keep in touch and then and check for future opportunities anyway.
Great. Daniel, anything on your side that you would want to add?
Yeah, especially when talking about, okay, what does it take to work at Netcentric? I would say it's two things. It's be open and be honest. And with honest, I mean most be honest to yourself. Thing is, I see a lot of people, not in Netcentric, but pretty much anywhere else, that are lying to themselves about what they want to do, what they want to achieve. But sometimes it's not what they really want, right? And first of all, you have to find what you really want to do, and then you commit to that. Then you will always be successful everywhere. But if you don't find that commitment, first of all, a service company may be not right for you, and also a digital marketing company will not be the right fit for you. But if you make that choice that you want to be part of this and you want to become an expert in a specific field, then maybe we should talk.
Excellent. Thank you both, and thank you very much for taking the time to be with us here today, sharing more on the opportunities at Netcentric. And to the candidates, the recording of the session will be available on the event website within a few hours. Thank you again.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.